The NFL Rookie of the Year Award, NFL's biggest prize for the player with his best first season in the league. Sometimes the winner lives up to the hype and becomes an NFL legend.
And Sue has got him, and Ndamukong Suh. He scores. He's inside the 30 to the 20. Great block by Ferguson. Touchdown!
And sometimes that snapshot of early promise
The Chargers waived Merriman on Tuesday from its injured reserve list.
just goes horribly wrong. From rookies who just love food too much to those that will end up in the Hall of Fame, we're going to find out what happened to every Rookie of the Year winner over the last 20 years. And first, we need to go back to 2003, when a second-round pick from Florida State showed the world that draft position doesn't determine your destiny. Anquan Boldin arrived in Arizona as the 54th overall pick with something to prove. Most dynamic receiving duos in NFL history alongside Larry Fitzgerald, helping lead the Cardinals to their first Super Bowl appearance. Later, he brought his clutch play to Baltimore, where he helped the Ravens hoist the Lombardi Trophy by the 9 yards and 82 touchdowns, and might be looking at a bust in Canton one day. Speaking of championships, the next rookie winner would bring quite a few to Pittsburgh. Ben Roethlisberger's rookie campaign reads like a fairy tale. The 11th overall pick from Miami of Ohio stepped in when starter Tommy Maddox went down in Week 2 and proceeded to win all 13 of his regular season starts. His poise in the pocket and ability to extend plays made him seem like a veteran from day one. Ben's signature moment came against the Cowboys, where he led a game-winning drive that announced his arrival as one of the league's most clutch performers. That rookie season set the tone for a career that would rewrite the Steelers' record books. Roethlisberger's improvisational style and toughness became Pittsburgh's identity for nearly 2 decades, as he'd make seemingly impossible throws with defenders draped all over him. 2 Super Bowl rings, 6 Pro Bowls, and over 64,000 passing yards later, he retired as one of only 12 quarterbacks to win multiple Super Bowls as a starter, and will also have a bust in Canton one day. But while Ben's career soared, our next winner's story is a reminder that rookie success doesn't guarantee long-term stardom. Shawne Merriman brought a completely different kind of electricity to San Diego in 2005. The 12th overall pick from Maryland earned his Lights Out nickname in high school after knocking 4 opposing players unconscious in the first half of a game.
I want to give you a shout out for the coolest nickname of all time. High school, the nickname Lights Out.
Yeah.
We're laying with you for a second. High school.
Yeah.
Put 4 players unconscious in the first half of a high school football game.
Yeah.
What
That's
the
real?
fuck, man?
Yeah. So
That's
what
crazy.
happened was it was a school that was like talking a lot. They were talking a lot of shit. Every clippings that come out, everything in the local newspaper, they would Washington Post come out. They would send me everything, gassing me up. So I can't wait to get to this game now. And so I just started like striking people, right? And so that happened after the game. About 20 or 25 students come around to me and they said, "You knocked those kids' lights out." And I just, kind of played it off cool. I didn't think it was going to happen. I said, yeah, you know what? Call me Lights Out.
Yeah, he was scary even as a rookie. The big defensive end recorded 10 sacks and forced 2 fumbles in his Rookie of the Year season. His combination of speed, raw power, and signature mohawk made him an immediate Pro Bowl selection and had the Chargers believing they had found their defensive cornerstone. The next 2 seasons suggested they were right. Merriman exploded for 17 sacks in his sophomore year, earning first-team All-Pro honors, and followed that with another Pro Bowl campaign. His celebratory dance after each sack became must-see TV, and his fierce style of play made him the face of a dominant Chargers defense. But then, a suspension for PED use marked the beginning of the end. Injuries piled up, and Merriman never recorded more than 4 sacks in a season after his 3rd year. By 2012, the player who seemed destined for Canton was out of the league entirely. Speaking of meteoric rises and falls, the next rookie winner would have his own struggles translating early success into a lasting career. Vince Young's rookie season captured everything that made him special at Texas. He looked like the evolution of mobile quarterbacks in the NFL, as the 3rd overall pick brought electricity to Tennessee's offense, throwing for 2,199 yards and adding 552 more on the ground. His ability to create magic in crucial moments led to 5 game-winning drives, including an iconic 39-yard touchdown run in overtime against Houston. Football seemed to come naturally to him, and his selection as Rookie of the Year appeared to validate the Titans' investment. But the NFL demands more than just athletic brilliance. Young struggled with the mental aspects of the professional game, and his relationship with head coach Jeff Fisher quickly deteriorated. Despite making 2 Pro Bowls, he never developed into the franchise quarterback Tennessee envisioned. Young bounced around the NFL with stints in Philadelphia, Green Bay, and Cleveland. He even tried to resurrect his career in the Canadian Football League in 2017, but was released before the season even started. After Vince Young's story showed how talent alone doesn't guarantee success, the next rookie winner would prove that combining natural ability with relentless drive can create something truly special. In 2007, Adrian Peterson announced his presence with authority. The 7th overall pick exploded for 1,341 yards and 12 touchdowns in his rookie campaign, delivering highlight reel runs that left defenders grasping at air. His combination of speed, power, and vision marked him as a generational talent who could break any run for a touchdown. In Gestory, in his 2012 MVP season, he practically carried the Vikings to the playoffs by himself, coming back from a devastating knee injury to rush for an insane 2,097 yards, just 8 yards shy of breaking Eric Dickerson's single-season record. But while Peterson rewrote rushing records, the next rookie winner would make his mark through the air. Matt Ryan stepped into Atlanta as the 3rd overall pick and immediately transformed the franchise. In fact, his first NFL pass went for a 62-yard touchdown, and if that doesn't spell promise, we don't know what does. In his rookie year, he threw for 3,440 yards and 16 touchdowns, displaying poise in the pocket and decision-making ability far beyond his years. He'd lead the Falcons back to relevance throughout his career. Matty Ice earned his nickname with clutch performances that energized a fan base still reeling from the Michael Vick saga. Ryan's career numbers showed just how consistent he was, and he retired 8th all-time with 62,792 passing yards. He captured NFL MVP honors in 2016 and led the Falcons to a Super Bowl appearance. That game ended in heartbreak, and to this day still overshadows his stellar career. Ryan's steady leadership and prolific production established him among the era's most reliable quarterbacks. He was textbook, that's for sure, but the next winner would bring a completely different style to the game. Percy Harvin redefined offensive versatility during his rookie season. The 22nd overall pick from Florida terrorized defenses as a receiver, runner, and returner. His explosive speed and ability to score from anywhere on the field made him one of the league's most dangerous weapons, especially in space. Though he never reached 1,000 receiving yards in a season, Harvin's impact transcended traditional statistics. His multi-dimensional skill set influenced modern offensive schemes and paved the way for today's hybrid playmakers. He proved particularly valuable for the Seahawks Super Bowl run, including his kickoff return touchdown to open the second half of Super Bowl 48. Yeah, he lived up to the hype, and so did this defensive lineman from Nebraska.
Pressured by Sue, got an arm on him and brought him down. And Ndamukong Suh threw color in the ground, and he's shaken up, slow to get up.
Ndamukong Suh arrived in Detroit as the 2nd overall pick in 2010 and immediately established himself as one of the most dominant defensive forces the league had ever seen.
Then he tries to take the head with him.
His rookie campaign was historic. 10 sacks, 17 quarterback hits, and 13 tackles for loss from the defensive tackle position. He even added an interception, showing the kind of athleticism that made him such a unique talent. First-team All-Pro and Pro Bowl honors in his rookie season were just the beginning. With a name that literally means House of Spears in the African language Njemba, the Nebraska product brought a level of physicality that changed how teams had to game plan. Double teams became mandatory, and even then, Suh often found his way into the backfield. His rare combination of power and explosiveness made him practically unblockable one-on-one, leading to 5 Pro Bowl selections and 5 All-Pro nods over his career. By the time he hung up his cleats, Suh had amassed 71.5 sacks, an impressive number for an interior defender, and earned his place on the NFL's All-2010s team. He proved that sometimes the pre-draft hype is real, and sometimes a player really is as dominant as advertised.
Anytime you're running into Ndamukong Suh full speed at the line of scrimmage from a foot away, you're gonna know that it's him, and you can definitely feel the difference between him and other guys.
Kind of like the next guy on the list, who redefined what was possible at the quarterback position, but ended up costing his team the Super Bowl on one play. Cam Newton rewrote the rookie quarterback handbook in 2011. The first overall pick broke Peyton Manning's rookie passing record in his very first game, announcing his arrival with a 422-yard performance. Oh, and the week after, he just went and did it again. That season, he passed for 3,837 yards and ran for 636 more, celebrating scores with his iconic Superman celebration that became a cultural phenomenon. Standing at 6 foot 5 inches and 245 pounds, Newton brought a physical dimension to quarterback play that the NFL had never seen. His combination of size and athleticism made him nearly unstoppable in short yardage situations. Defensive coordinators knew he was running it on the goal line, but still couldn't stop him. He could stiff-arm defenders like a running back, then on the next play hurdle over would-be tacklers. The Panthers basically had a power running back playing quarterback, except this one could also throw the ball 60 yards downfield. Newton's career peaked with an MVP season in 2015, leading Carolina to the Super Bowl with 45 touchdowns. The Panthers were poised to take momentum in the game when this happened.
The football just taken out of his hand, Cam Newton decides not to dive in there. And
he backed away from it. He jumped away instead of jumping into the pile.
Yeah, he should have dived on it. He knows it too. After the Super Bowl loss, he never made another Pro Bowl again, and his physical style of play eventually took its toll. The very attributes that made him special, his willingness to initiate contact and put his body on the line, ultimately contributed to his decline. And the next winner would follow a similarly meteoric rise and fall. Robert Griffin III outdueled first overall pick Andrew Luck in the 2012 award with a spectacular rookie campaign. The second overall selection passed for 3,200 yards with 20 touchdowns and only 5 interceptions, while adding 815 rushing yards and 7 more scores on the ground. RG3's electric playing style made Washington look brilliant for trading up to select him, but a devastating knee injury in the playoffs changed everything. Griffin never recaptured his rookie form, struggling to adapt his game as defenses caught up to him. Within 3 years, he lost his starting job, and within 7, he was out of the league entirely. But the next rookie sensation faced a different kind of challenge. Eddie Lacy brought old-school power running to Green Bay in 2013. The second-round pick from Alabama bullied his way to Pro Bowl honors as a rookie, giving Aaron Rodgers the ground game the Packers desperately needed. His bruising style and stocky build earned him the nickname Big Boy as he punished defenders who dared to tackle him. But the following years after his Rookie of the Year award, Lacy's effectiveness diminished quickly. It wasn't according to injuries, though. Eddie simply loved food too much. Yeah, you read that right. One of the most talented backs to have come out in years just loved eating too much.
Eddie's about 2 cheeseburgers away from handling his hand in the dirt right next to me.
His career ended with just 3,614 yards and 23 touchdowns, a fraction of what seemed possible after his promising first year. He bounced around the league for a while, even signed a $5 million contract in Seattle, a contract that had $55,000 in incentives every time he lost a certain amount of weight. Instead of becoming Seattle's next beast mode, he simply became... Yeah, Lacy was just too far gone. The trolls on the internet were feasting, if you will. And sadly, just 3 years after his promising rookie season, he was out of the league. Eddie Lacy had God-given talent, no doubt about that, just like the next Rookie of the Year would have. Odell Beckham Jr.'s 2014 rookie season produced perhaps the most famous catch in NFL history. The 12th overall pick made one-handed grabs look routine. None more spectacular than his leaning 3-fingered touchdown grab against Dallas on Sunday. His career flashed with brilliance, but was repeatedly interrupted by injuries or jumbled by his famous sideline interactions. Not to mention the attention his life outside of football got. He made 3 Pro Bowls and eventually won a Super Bowl with the Rams. But his story remains one of tantalizing potential never fully realized. But while OBJ's career left fans wondering what could have been, the next winner showed how quickly NFL stardom can fade. Todd Gurley exploded onto the scene in 2015, rushing for 1,106 yards and 10 touchdowns towards the 2015 Rookie of the Year prize. The 10th overall pick from Georgia brought a perfect blend of power and breakaway speed to the Rams' offense. His ability to take any carry to the house made him appointment viewing in an era when running backs were becoming increasingly devalued. He brought an electricity to the position that Rams fans hadn't witnessed since Marshall Faulk's glory days. But even though the NFL was moving away from feature backs, Gurley seemed poised to single-handedly reverse the trend. His dominance peaked in 2017 when he finished second in MVP voting after racking up 2,093 scrimmage yards and 19 touchdowns. He followed that up with an even more impressive 21 touchdowns the next season. His rare combination of power running and receiver-like hands made him the prototype for the modern complete back, a 3-down weapon who never had to leave the field. Gurley dominated the league so thoroughly that despite not playing since 2020, even today he still ranks 7th in total touchdowns scored since 2015 with 79 scores. His combination of rushing and receiving ability seemed destined to redefine the position before knee injuries had started to take their toll. Despite having plenty of opportunities to continue his career, he suddenly decided to retire at only 28 years old. If he'd stayed healthy, there's no question he would have been one of the best backs of all time. But while Gurley's star faded quickly, the next winner would prove that draft position means nothing. Dak Prescott arrived as a 4th-round pick in 2016, number 135 overall, and promptly took the league by storm. His rookie numbers were incredibly impressive: 3,667 yards with 23 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. His poise and leadership had Dallas fans believing they had locked in their next quarterback. In the years that followed, Prescott evolved into an MVP candidate and 3-time Pro Bowler, leading the league in passing touchdowns in 2023. But even so, despite his individual success, playoff disappointments have led to whispers about his future in Dallas. Dak is still writing his story. Maybe he'll go on and finish it somewhere else than in Dallas. despite his $240 million contract. Our next Rookie of the Year stamped his authority in a whole different way by being flat-out electrifying. Alvin Kamara redefined offensive versatility as a third-round pick from Tennessee. His unique running style, seemingly gliding through defenses, made him an immediate star. His impact was so profound that he owns the NFL record for 6 rushing touchdowns in a single game,
Up the gut, he is gone.
destroying the Vikings in Week 16 of the 2020 season. The 5-time Pro Bowler and 2-time All-Pro became the prototype for the modern hybrid back, equally dangerous as a runner or receiver. And as with so many of the game's biggest stars, his success proved that sometimes the most impactful players aren't the ones selected earliest. And then, there are the early picks who really do live up to the hype. Saquon Barkley's rookie season in 2018 showcased everything that made him the 2nd overall pick. He set a rookie running back record with 91 catches, displaying rare versatility for a power back. His combination of strength and agility had Giants fans dreaming of their next franchise legend. Every time he touched the ball, you expected magic. It was like watching prime Barry Sanders mixed with a little bit of LaDainian Tomlinson. But despite the talent, he was constantly hampered by injuries and only had 1 full season after that rookie year, putting up 1,312 yards and 12 touchdowns in 2022. Then, this year, in one of the craziest decisions in recent NFL memory, the Giants let Barkley walk without a new contract, right into the arms of their division rival, the Philadelphia Eagles. All those dreams of a franchise legend, well, they instantly came true, just not for the Giants. In 2024, Barkley captured the rushing title with 2,005 yards.
Here's Barkley, Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley's the guy. He's going to take it. Touchdown from 65.
Even more impressively, he dominated in the playoffs, including an iconic performance in the snow against the Rams. Before that game, he even called LaShawn McCoy for tips on running in snowy conditions, then put those lessons to devastating use. Even though he only rushed for a modest 57 yards in the big game, he was the main reason the Eagles were there. Okay, while we're on Saquon, let's pause for a moment. Because looking at the league in 2024, something awesome is happening. We're experiencing a full Eric Henry rushed for 1,900 yards and didn't even win the rushing title. That's never happened before in NFL history. The resurgence kind of feels deliberate. Henry recently revealed that there's an elite running back group chat where the NFL's top rushers are actively looking at ways to restore glory to their position. And based on this season, you've got to think it's working. But let's get back to the rookies. Because after Barkley's running unlocked the Eagles' offense and took them to the promised land, the next winner would bring his own magic to the game. Nick Bosa arrived in San Francisco as the 2nd overall pick in 2019, bringing the same edge rushing excellence that made his family name synonymous with defensive dominance. His rookie campaign featured 9 sacks and a Pro Bowl selection. But more importantly, it showed exactly why the 49ers believed he could transform their defense. That belief has paid off spectacularly. Bosa has developed into one of the NFL's most feared pass rushers, earning 4 consecutive Pro Bowl selections and establishing himself as the cornerstone of San Francisco's defense. His 2022 season was particularly insane. His 18.5 sacks were so impressive that he even received MVP votes, a rare honor for a defensive player. The beast out of Ohio State combines technical excellence with raw power in a way that gives offensive coordinators nightmares. While his brother Joey was already established as an elite defender, Nick surpassed him, becoming the kind of game-wrecking force that changes offensive game plans entirely. Speaking of game-changing talents, we've got to talk about Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's 2020 campaign rewrote the rookie record books. The 6th overall pick from Oregon set new marks with 31 touchdown passes and 396 completions. His arm strength and accuracy had the league buzzing, and his poise in the pocket suggested the Chargers had found their franchise cornerstone. But while Herbert continues to put up impressive numbers and earn Pro Bowl honors, postseason success has proved elusive. His talent suggests he could be an all-time great, but the next step will be translating regular season excellence into playoff victories. And speaking of all-time greats, the 2021 winner would prove that college chemistry can translate perfectly to the pros. Jamar Chase reunited with college teammate Joe Burrow in Cincinnati, and the 5th overall pick immediately showed why the Bengals made him their top choice. His explosive playmaking ability transformed Cincinnati's offense from day one, bringing a vertical threat that turned the Bengals from playoff hopefuls into legitimate contenders. 4 years into his career, Chase has established himself alongside Justin Jefferson as the NFL's premier receiver. His route running precision and ability to win contested matches have made him virtually uncoverable. In 2024, he captured the receiving Triple Crown with 127 catches, 1,708 yards, and 17 touchdowns. Even more remarkably, he's accumulated 5,425 yards in just 4 seasons, putting him halfway to Hall of Fame territory before his prime even begins. Chase has only gotten better, earning 4 straight Pro Bowl selections and multiple All-Pro honors. His dominance in the receiving Triple Crown season perfectly illustrates his complete command of the position and suggests he might be on pace to rewrite the record books entirely. But judging by this season, the next winner could face a much different situation. Sauce Gardner arrived in New York with the 4th overall pick in 2022, and right away, he showed why he was considered a generational talent. He had 20 passes defended and 2 interceptions in that first year, but numbers don't capture how thoroughly he erased one side of the field. His ability to mirror receivers and break up passes earned him first-team All-Pro honors, a rare achievement for a rookie cornerback. His second season brought another All-Pro selection, suggesting the Jets had found their next Darrelle Revis. But 2024 brought unexpected struggles, getting burned for a few big plays, leaving fans wondering if he can capture the form that made him one of the league's most feared defenders. The next winner? Well, he would prove that sometimes the best rookies come from the most unexpected places. Puka Nacua's 2023 rookie season, by season's end, he had accumulated 1,486 yards and 6 touchdowns, transforming from late-round afterthought into one of the league's most dynamic receivers. Looking back, it's great to see Rams coach Sean McVay arguing for grabbing him in behind-the-scenes footage of draft day. In hindsight, it looks like one of the biggest steals in recent history. Puka's body control and catch radius brings back memories of prime Larry Fitzgerald. He makes the impossible look routine, particularly in contested catch situations. Like Fitz, Nacua has that rare ability to adjust to the ball in midair while maintaining perfect awareness of the sideline. His hands are so reliable that Stafford trusts him even when he appears covered, knowing he'll find a way to come down with the ball. His encore in 2024 proved the rookie year was no fluke. His rise from day 3 pick to elite receiver is one of the most remarkable draft stories in recent memory. And speaking of remarkable rookie seasons, this year, Jayden Daniels snagged the 2024 honor after a season that many are calling the greatest rookie performance ever. The 2nd overall pick has displayed insane skill, completing 69% of his passes while throwing for 3,560. And unlike Stroud last season, he took down the top-seeded Lions in a game for the ages. All that innovative VR training has been paying off, huh? From second-round steals to first overall picks, from record-breaking debuts to career-altering injuries, the last 21 Offensive Rookie of the Year winners have shown us that early success guarantees nothing, and draft position predicts even less. Some transformed their franchises forever. Others flashed brilliance before fading away. A few rewrote the record books, while others barely got to write their second chapter. The only question now is, can anyone top Jayden?